And for technical art, wow, this is hard, right? Technical art portfolios are difficult to make, and I res- I respect all types of artists and games, but technical artists who make a fantastic portfolio and get across that they are a technical artist, absolute kudos to you, because you you can you're in the danger of going a couple of different ways. If you just post artwork, then people think you're a 3D artist, and if you just post like scripts and shaders and stuff like that, then people think that you're a programmer potentially. If you're just writing how everything is actually done, if you're writing scripts, or if you're showing off lines of code or on your GitHub or whatever. So what I recommend is, whenever possible, take any work that you did as a technical artist and show the finished result and credit everyone else that was involved in your portfolio, and then just write what it was that you actually did. The writing is so important in a technical art portfolio. So this is the issue with this character was that they whenever they put the gun in its holster, then it meant that whenever they did a climbing animation, the gun clipped through the player's character's head. So this is what I did to solve that. This is it working, So the video itself is not what you actually did. It's the result of what you did. And then the explanation is all the things that you did. How did you do it? What did you use? Who did you communicate with? What questions did you ask them? What answers did you give them? What was the process? That's how you can make a really good technical art portfolio. Obviously shaders, if you have shaders, you can show the shaders, because that's one of the easier things to show in technical art. You can definitely show lines of code, but typically speaking, like, just say what languages that you can speak programming wise, and to what level, and then people will be generally okay with just having a conversation about that, because without context, just looking at lines of code is difficult for people to judge, So and tools, if you've developed tools, then absolutely try and show. A lot of the time you won't be able to show the tools. That's a common frustration, because they will be owned by the company you work for and under NDA. But if you have developed tools that you can show, then show what the result is and what it does and how it works and how you created it. It's all about methodology with technical art, and who you communicate with and what you're used to doing, even at a junior level. It's on my student projects, or when I was doing this in my portfolio, or I was making a 3D art portfolio because I wanted to show that I can do this, and then rather than buying a tool, I made one myself, and this is what it does, and that's how I'm a technical artist and not just a 3D artist, So I hope that is helpful. That's a heavily condensed version.
Yeah, I think that's very helpful, and obviously that could be its own episode as well. So it's definitely a simplified version of how complex it can be for a recruiter to review the work. But I think it's very useful.